Often we have this young lady in once a month to talk about sports. She just recently had a conversation with us about the Walk for Hope, and that's coming up in a week or so. But I really want to get Van Eure, who's the owner of the English Barn, to talk about something that's near and dear to her heart, which is customer service. And Van, if you will, just give the sports shop a reach and came back, Pam Smith the Fern, just some nuggets about how you guys do it, because you guys are always rated high in that space. So give us some input on that.
Well, the two things I can think of that I think y'all may want to know.
Yeah.
Okay. So one is that we believe in our customer base is not just our customers, not our paying customers.
Right.
Our customers are also the ones we pay. So our entire team who works with us, they are our customers. Now, we as managers have to look at them as customers. So everything we say to them, we say in the way we would say it to a customer, even if you're going to have to ask someone to leave because you know, like did something in the kitchen, like so told someone to, whatever, and you got to leave. We say, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to have to ask you to leave. You say just as nice as you would say to a guest. But if you treat your employees, which we call our team members, as great as you treat your guest, then they totally get it and they totally understand, okay, this is how I'm supposed to treat the guest. And then they also feel really important and valued and respected. And a lot of it's so simple, but a lot of places just don't do that.
Right.
Well, the other thing that I told Central, and they got a big kick out of this, was I said, now, if someone is annoying you, either if it's a guest or like, let's say the two of you, if y'all annoying, y'all, if someone's annoying you.
Tell me how people treat me.
So what you do is they walk up and they're, because the definition of customer doesn't say you have to be nice, kind, anything. It just says definition is one who's paying for goods or services, right? So you don't have to be this wonderful, nice, happy, friendly, great person. You like it when they are, but when they're not, when they're mean, rude, they can be mean, rude, hateful. They can say rude things. But what you do is you play this game in your mind. You pretend like, oh gosh, I am so sorry about them. They just found out that they only have 3 days to live. Something like that. You play this game. You make up a scenario. And all of a sudden, you're so nice to them because it doesn't matter what they do now because you're going to be the one good thing that happens to them that day. Now, the way you practice this is on the road when you're driving. So when you're driving and somebody is acting like a jerk and they're cutting people off and all that, you say, first you start to get mad and your blood pressure starts to go up, right? And you don't know, race them, get their driver's license, do whatever, block them, whatever. You think all these things. And then you said, but you practice this by saying, oh my God, they only have 3 minutes to see their daughter before she dies. Go, man, go, 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 go. Everybody move out of his way. Go. And then you're like, and then all of a sudden your blood pressure goes down. You're thinking, I helped that man get to his emergency. Yeah. And even if he's not, because the truth of the matter is none of us ever really knows what someone's just walked in from. So we never really know. And so I tell them to make up a scenario. I say, I know it might sound bad to pretend like that, that they just found out they have, they're going to die or whatever, but it helps you to have empathy and compassion and be nice to them. And so that's what that's kind of the game we play, because not every customer is going to be nice.
That's right.
But if they're not nice, you just go, oh God, come on, honey, come with me. Let me take care of you.
Nice.
And now
nice.
Not that too much, but
Yeah.
but you just kind of wrap your heart around them and show them some love.
No.
That's awesome. That is the big definition of customer mania, what you just described, and that's what you guys do every day is complete customer mania.
Because not every customer is going to be great. And then the other thing is it's not, when you hire people, we don't really hire for skill. You can be, I don't care if you know how to cook. I don't care if you know how to bake. I don't care if you know how to bartend. We can teach you that,
Very
but
nice.
what you do have to have is
Right.
an incredible attitude and a servant's heart, an attitude of, hey, there's a piece of paper on the ground. I'm gonna bend down and pick it up.
Right.
Or, hey, someone just got sick. I'm gonna clean it up. Or, hey, I'm gonna serve. I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve.
Wow.
We can teach you anything else, but you can get the greatest chef in the world, and he has bad attitude and yelling at people and doing all this stuff, and he's gone.
Man, we're
Yeah.
talking with Van Eure,
Yes.
owner of the
Good
Angus
stuff,
Barn.
man.
We're talking, our own impromptu fireside chat with the CEO of Angus Barn.
Yeah.
And Van, that just leads me to the next question that I want to dig into and talk about is consistency, building that culture. But talk about where you see or where you've seen that bad attitude come out, either in the food, in the quality, or the product that you guys put out, and it's really because of just bad attitudes.
Well, if someone gets mad and they decide that they're just not going to be a team player, they're
Right.
going to just kind of do their own thing or do it. I mean, we're quickly on it because when you have a team that you've developed that really care, the one that's trying to steer everybody in the wrong direction, they really stand out like a sore thumb, and the other ones kind of come to and go like, this isn't the way
Right.
we do it here. And
Right.
this isn't the way we do it. But, as far as like food consistency, everyone is required to have the recipe open in front of them, even if you've made it 1,000 times, because because every cook or baker wants to add their one little extra. I'm going to do a little extra of this or that in mine, in my drink or in my food or in my cake, and then that means it's different than how your consistency. However, if you want us to try a new way, then you let us try it, and we may change the whole recipe to your way. But you can't just do it on your own, because cooks love to do that. Like, I'm going to throw in my little thing so everybody knows. Jorge's baked potatoes, stuffed potatoes are the best. well, why are they the best? Because they're different from everybody else's. And then only when you eat in that dining room do you get that potato. And so that's why,
That's
we
pretty good.
are.
But the 5 people that don't like it,
Right. But we don't just shut them down. If they want to try to change a recipe, we look at their change, and
I like that.
like most of our changes have come from our own employees.
So they had autonomy to try things and really step out there.
We call
that's
it the
amazing.
20-foot rule. If we have a problem, we go to people within 20 feet of the problem to solve it. We don't go to the boardroom. We go to we had a problem on the line. I'm going to you. You are on the line. Okay, we're going to sit down and solve it.
Wow.
Because what can we do different to make it so it doesn't happen again? Because usually if you're there in the midst of the problem,
you know what's going on.
you've already figured it out.
Right.
Yeah.
You just no one's ever
And you know
asked
what went
you.
wrong. You know what went wrong.
Right. You know what went wrong. So we learned a long time ago, we're trying to solve problems up in the office. Like, what the hell are we doing? Go down and talk to the people that were in the midst
I like it.
of the problem. I mean, the biggest problem I ever had was solved by one guy, Raymond Medlin. He's still alive. I love that guy. Comes in and sees me. He's a superstar. Gets every meal for free. We were spending so much money comping things because we weren't getting the seafood out at the same time as the beef. And he's the one that said, Miss Van, because I got them all together. And he said, if you would just put a seafood station at every grill, and then has a correlator in the middle that's coordinating so all the meals come out at the same time. So we built at every grill a seafood station with a broiler and a steamer and a fryer and
that's good
everything
stuff.
at every grill.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so now all the food comes out at the same time. I mean, he'd already thought about it because I'd been going to tables and saying, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And then I was going, this is so not like us. And finally, one time I said, you know what? I'm lying. This is so like us. We do this. This is like us. We do this all the time. I mean, I didn't really say that about that.
I know that.
But that's when I said, enough.
Yeah.
I called the servers, the cook, the one guy that was doing seafood. And anyway, Raymond Medlin goes,
Wow,
Man.
What a
that's
story.
That's
I've been
of the story.
thinking.
Again, finally, we're talking Hagen's Bar owner Van Ewers, and that's what we was looking for, those kind of things. So, as you sum it up in terms of the Anchorage Bond or even customer service, if you can give us some words of wisdom to live by, what would they be?
Number one, be there. Be there. One time, someone asked my father, "Can you tell me in a couple of paragraphs how to be successful in a business?" And he said, "I can tell you in 2 words: be there."
Wow.
So you need to be there. I mean, I'm not saying 24/7 because you got to take care of yourself too, but
Right.
you need to be there. Everyone,
right.
especially if it's family and
Right.
business,
That's right.
and hire people who truly care.
Well, Matt, we're gonna leave you in pain. We're gonna leave it right there.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Van, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you for the insight.
Outstanding.
Great partner.
Good
Thank
stuff.
you.